And we are live. Welcome in, everybody. We've got a huge stream tonight for the first meeting of the year between the Boston Bruins and Toronto Maple Leafs. Always an incredibly fun matchup when these two teams play. And cannot wait to get the puck dropped in this one. I am very, very excited to see how this game goes tonight. Boston has been the best team in the NHL so far this season. Toronto, one game over 500, coming off a really big home win for them over the Philadelphia Flyers on Wednesday night. A win that they really, really needed. And this should be a great matchup. I think, honestly, with these teams, you can throw the records out the window when they play each other. It doesn't matter who's playing well, who's not, how good or not good the teams are. When these teams play each other, the records get thrown out the window. It's a massive game for both teams. And we know that there's a very big history between Boston and Toronto. So they're both going to come out fired up, ready to go. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great night of hockey. And I cannot wait to get things started here. And I don't know, just absolutely cannot wait to get into the action as we get ready for puck drop. Still coming up a few minutes away. We got to get the poll up in the chat, though. I'm sure this is going to be a very hotly contested poll tonight as far as who you guys think is going to win this one. Make sure I spell everything right. We are good. Let me know who you guys think's going to win. Get your votes in. Polls up in the chat. And it's going to be interesting to see which way this one goes. So we've got a ton of people in the chat already. Got to say hello to Trevor, Michelle, Derek, Victoria, Aries, Daniel, 10 Shots, Wilson, Fun Adventures, Rick, Joseph, Daniel, Jeremiah, Justin, Austin, Chillin, Amber, Isaiah. What is going on, everybody? Welcome in. We've got a ton in the chat already, and absolutely excited for this one here tonight. So thank you guys all for being here. We are still a few minutes away from puck drop, so we've got some time to talk a little bit before the game, preview the game a little bit, and then once we get into the action, we'll see which way it goes. I am very excited to watch this one tonight, and I'm hoping that the Bruins keep playing the way that they have been, because you couldn't have asked for a better start. They've been nearly perfect to start this season, so I'm just hoping they can do that again. Do that again tonight and play well in Toronto, which is obviously a very tough place to play. And we know that the Maple Leafs are going to be gunning hard for them and really, looking for another big win. Toronto had a really bad road trip. They came back home. They won on Wednesday night, played a very solid all-around game, beating the Philadelphia Flyers, and really got things back on track and looked like a team that should be contending, which everyone expected the Leafs to be doing. And now they've got another tough matchup against a tough opponent, and they're going to try and really show on home ice yet again that, everyone was overreacting to the road trip, and that really didn't mean a whole lot, and that they're still a good team. So, gonna be a fun one here. Aries, you've said that like the last 3 Bruins games. Jimmy, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Reaper, what is going on? Welcome. Good to see you in the chat. Awesome to have you here. Game is in Toronto, Daniel. They are in Toronto tonight. Boston's final game of the current road trip that they are on. Oh, they're gonna lose eventually, Aries, but you just keep saying, like, yeah, if you keep saying over and over and over that that's gonna be the night that they lose, then eventually you're gonna get it right, but your win percentage on those picks isn't gonna be very high. What's going on, BC Transportation? Welcome in. Great to have you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. Awesome to have you as always. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that Boston continues to play the way that they have. I mean, I've got no complaints for anything the Bruins have done so far this year. So I'm just hoping that that can continue. Johnny, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Aurelia, welcome in. Thank you for watching. Good to see you in the chat. Avatar, what's going on? Great to have you here. Thanks so much. Yes, chillin'. Marchand's playing tonight. Krejci is back tonight for Boston. That's the big news from the Bruins side of things, is that they get David Krejci back in the lineup to center the second line. He's missed the last few games since he got injured against the Red Wings October 27th, and this is his first game back tonight. So definitely going to be interested to see how Krejci looks after missing a few games and see if he can get that instant connection with David Pastrnak and Taylor Hall back going. Goaltenders are Linus Ullmark versus Ilya Samsonov. So you've got the number one guys for both of these teams right now going at it in net tonight. Just everything shaping up for this to be a fantastic, fantastic hockey game. The NHL has games in Europe pretty much every year, Aries. So they already had 2 games over in Prague to start the season. Now they just did 2 in Finland. That, I think, is it as far as global games this year. Actually, there might be one more set of Global Series games if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah, there's going to be games other places. There already has been games other places. I don't think you're going to have to worry about that, Reaper. This should be a very hard-fought, tough, good hockey game for sure. I don't think we're going to see a blowout one way or the other. Yes, if you're not in the, I don't know about Canada, but in the US, this is a NHL Network game unless you're in the Boston market. If you're in the Boston market, you can see it on Nesson, which is what I'm watching on right now. But if you're outside of the Boston market, then it's NHL Network in the US. I'm not sure about Canada, but Sportsnet for Ontario. Thank you, Victoria. So Victoria helps us out there. Sportsnet for those of you up north. He is week to week, Jeremiah. So he's going to probably be out at least a couple of weeks, and he's considered week to week. Absolutely, Tony. Absolutely. It should be a great matchup, and it usually is when these teams play. It's not going to take much for there to be some high energy in this game, because obviously it's Bruins Leafs first time of the season that they're playing each other. And they haven't met in the playoffs in the last few years. It's been a while since we've had a playoff series between these two, but it's still a contentious matchup every time they play. And the playoff series back in 2018 and 2019 certainly have not been forgotten. Hey, D-Gen Express, what's going on? Welcome in. Michael, welcome in. Thank you guys for coming by. We got more people coming as we get closer and closer to the drop of the puck. Should just be a few minutes away from game time. Although, maybe with this being such a big game, it might end up being more like a 7:15 puck drop. But either way, yeah, no, it's not anything that's going to require surgery or anything like that, Jeremiah, hopefully. That doesn't seem to be the case right now, so that's good for sure. Catherine, what's going on? Blair, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Good to see you guys in the chat. Thanks so much for coming by. Oh, while we're waiting for this game to start, I think we might as well get a cheers in the chat right now. We know there's going to be some beers drank tonight. Seth's coming over. He was just finishing up dinner, and then he was going to come over for the game as well. So Seth should be here soon. Cheers, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's awesome to have you all in the chat. We got Bruins, Maple Leafs. Going to be a great hockey game. Here's to a great game, a great stream, and let's have some fun. Let's go. Let's go. Getting ready. Pablo, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Great to have you in the chat. Good to see you as always. Yeah, good luck, Blair. Hopefully it's a great game, and whichever team earns the win, hopefully earns the win. Hannah, what is going on? Welcome. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Austin Matthews has 4 goals and 6 assists on the season. 11 games played, 10 points, 7 of those points coming on the power play. No, I did not get a Powerball ticket for this week, Aries. No, my dad usually plays Powerball, but I don't normally. Just feel like I'm not going to win. The chances are very low. Barry, what's going on? Great to have you here in the chat. Keith Kincaid is the backup for the Bruins now. Ullmark obviously being relied upon heavily with Swayman injured. Keith Kincaid is the backup, but hopefully we don't see him tonight. It is Linus Ullmark starting in goal. Kincaid's probably going to have to play a game or two at some point. Just because, Ullmark can't play every game. So I feel like maybe next week we'll see Kincaid in a game. But for tonight, it's Linus Ullmark, and hopefully it is for the full 60 minutes. Sorry to hear that, Pablo. Thinking of you and your family, man. That's always tough. Brian, what's going on? Ryan, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Hey, excited to have you here, Tony. Should be a great game tonight. Hey, what's going on, Brendan? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Awesome to have you. Yes, Barry. He got called up from Providence. Hey, Bobby. What is going on, man? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Awesome to see you as always. Yes. Connor McDavid currently leads the NHL with 24 points. Connor McDavid leads the NHL with 24 points. Leon Draisaitl is second with 22. And then David Pastrnak and Nathan MacKinnon are tied for third with 19. So those are your point leaders right now. As far as goals, Connor McDavid has 12 goals, which also leads the NHL. Erik Karlsson and Bo Horvat are tied for second with 10. They're 2 goals behind McDavid. And then Victor Olofsson is actually next in line with 9 goals this season. So Olofsson having a very strong start. Aaron, what is going on? Great to see you in the chat. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Who else has come in that I haven't said hello to yet? Rodrigo, welcome in. Really appreciate it. Awesome to have you here. Doing the anthems now, and then we are going to be getting into the action. Then the puck dropped. Yeah, Jamie Benn had a hat trick, Aaron. Jamie Benn had a hat trick today against Edmonton. Dallas continues to absolutely cruise to start this season. They're playing extremely well. I mean, the Oilers are ahead of the Flames right now, but obviously there's still a lot of hockey left to be played in. Both teams have had some good stretches this season, and both teams have had some kind of lousy stretches already this season as well. So I don't think either of them have lit it up, but neither of them are bad. All right, anthems are done, and we are getting ready to drop the puck. Bruins and Maple Leafs from Toronto. What a great game this is going to be. A great stream and an awesome matchup between two division rivals that are always a lot of fun to watch play against each other. Again, starting goaltenders, we've got Linus Ullmark in goal for the Bruins. He has already started 8 games this season. This will be start number 9. Ilya Samsonov's down at the other end. This is his 8th start of the season. He's been very good with a .920 save percentage and 2.30 goals against for the Leafs this year. Both goalies are good. Both teams are very talented. Boston having an electric start to the season. Toronto trying to get some wins on home ice. Puck is dropped. We are underway. Bruins into the offensive zone. Top of the circle and a quick save by Samsonov. That one's fired in by AJ Greer right off the opening draw. Yes, I do, Pablo. All right. Yeah, Columbus has been awful this year. Not often, Aries. Every once in a while, but not often. Vernon, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Bruins can't keep it in the offensive zone off the draw, so they'll have to dump it back in. Played down now, TJ Brody around the boards. Up and cleared now to the neutral zone. Leafs with it. Lifted into the attacking end. Austin Matthews fires one well wide. That goes high off glass. Marner plays it. Cycles around to the near side boards. Kept in by Brody out high. Leafs trying to work it around the offensive zone with possession. Worked up the boards now. Taken by Marchand. Out of the zone. Clear. Jake DeBrusk carries in. He fires a high shot that goes over the bar. And that's going to clear out. Leafs can take it now. Trying to work it in their own zone. Out here at the blue line. Played to the middle. Brandon Carlo pokes it away. Toronto in the midst of a line change, able to take that puck. Dumped in by Brody, and he'll head off to finish the change. Tavares leads the forecheck. Nylander gets in there as well as Krejci's back, trying to work it up the boards. To the middle, stolen by Pastrnak, and David Pastrnak clears for the Bruins. He'll skate now into the Toronto zone against Morgan Rielly. Rielly takes a hit, but moves it to Mete. Mete then turns it over. Taylor Hall trying to find Pasta in front, but it doesn't connect. Leafs take it now from their own end, deflected up to the neutral zone, and then back to the Leafs end where Liljegren will play it. Good to see Timothy Liljegren back in the lineup tonight for the Leafs. Played now by David Kampf. Over the red line, dumped into the offensive zone. Forecheck commences for Toronto. Jem, it's great to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. Really appreciate it. Spin around shot there by Morgan, fought off by Ullmark. Played up now. That one goes behind. Zaboral back in the lineup tonight, it looks like, for the Bruins. He's sat the last few games. And the other way now. Here comes a break in there. Morgan, big save by Ullmark. Good stretch of continuous play here for the first few minutes. We're down to 17:45 to go in the first, and Ullmark already has to make a couple of big saves. So Leafs take it back now in their own zone. Trying to carry it up ice again. Here's Brody to Engvall. Engvall at the red line, looking for something to open up. Doesn't have much right now, then plays it to Simmons, who backhands it in. Played down low. Connor Clifton takes a hit from Simmons, rolls off it, takes the puck in the corner up to Foligno. And that's lifted up to the neutral zone and out by the Bruins. Trying to work this now. Dumped in by Foligno. Back D to D. Toronto moves it. And knocked down there. Boston, here's Clifton up into the offensive zone. He drives wide, looking for a play in front. Pass doesn't get through to Marchand. And it clears itself out. The Bruins will have to go back and get it. Garrett, what is going on? Eddie, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Bruins dump it in now on Samsonov with 16:43 to go in the first. Played the other way. Bunting all over Carlo, but Carlo shields him off. We'll try and pass the puck up the boards, and eventually it comes out to the neutral zone. Leafs get possession back. Shots on goal, 2-2. That one, wow, crazy bounce off the end boards, but nobody's there to get it. And the Bruins eventually able to clear it out. Marner takes it now. Quick spin around pass up. Matthews goes offside, so he's got to get back on before the Leafs can touch it. That allows the Bruins to break out of their zone. Carlo carries through the neutral zone into the offensive end. That rolls in and played in the corner by Mark Giordano. Veteran defenseman passes it over to Rasmus Sandin. We got 16 minutes to go here in the first. Axie, what is going on? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Back the other way now. Leafs dump it deep. Nylander first to it in the Bruins zone. Spin around shot here. Tavares. That's patted away by Ullmark. Lindholm with it now. Pass to the middle. Gotten over to Krejci. Krejci backhands it out, but once again, Leafs get possession right back. Toronto with a good, energetic start to this game. First 4.5 minutes in. Played over the red line. Backhanded by Frederick. Coyle will chase against Justin Hall. Trying to work it around now. Down in the corner. Behind the net. Yes, he is Nomander. Rick, what's going on? Pauline, welcome in. Nomander, thank you guys for coming by. Good to see you all in the chat as Toronto ices the puck. And we get a whistle here with 15:01 to go in the first period. Just about 5 minutes into this one. And it is a scoreless start. Offensive zone face-off for the Bruins coming up. Patrice Bergeron, Nomander. Off the face-off, it's taken. Played up now by the Bruins, back into the offensive end. Trying to take this one around. Marchand on it on the forecheck, but it's worked up the boards, and Toronto's able to get it out of the zone. Played now into the offensive end. Michael Bunting drives wide to the corner, waits for some help. Back to the point. Long shot there, missiles wide. Not able to get it on goal. Here's Marner with a pass, but the Bruins are back defensively, clogging up the middle of the ice. Back out now to Matthews, out high, over to Morgan Riley. Riley sends it below the goal line. And eventually it's stolen away as A.J. Greer carries out for the Bruins. He crosses the red line, dumps into the offensive end. Taken back now, Foligno. Checked, sends it low for Greer. Pass in front, nobody home, able to get a piece of it. Now we got to race back the other way. It's Alex Kerfoot, and it's poked away by Lindholm. Potential goal-saving defensive play there by Hampus Lindholm. Down now, chance in front, but Kerfoot flutters it wide. Can't get it on net. Trying again, driving in. Ullmark able to make the pad save on Nylander. And some great chances for the Toronto Maple Leafs, but not able to find the back of the net. It stays 0-0. Leafs with a very good start here in the first period. Bruins are going to have to get their legs going if they're going to come and try and match this level of play. Leafs outskating the Bruins right now in the first 6 minutes of this one. AJ, what's going on? Welcome in. Great to see you in the chat. Really appreciate it. We have gone to our first commercial break. We've got 13:40 to go in the period. And it's a scoreless game so far between the Bruins and Maple Leafs. But Toronto has definitely had the edge in overall play and puck possession. So, welcome in, everybody. We've got a lot in the chat already tonight. Can't thank you guys enough for that. Really appreciate you all being here. And please don't forget, it really helps the channel a ton if you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams, welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. We are getting close to 10K on the channel. Subscribers count right now 75 away. Kyle, what is going on? Welcome in. Great to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. Transportation Land, awesome to have you. Really appreciate it. Yeah, the Stars have had a phenomenal start to the year. I'm honestly surprised. I did not expect them to be this good. Alex Fry, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for coming by. Really appreciate it. We're coming back from the commercial break. It will be an offensive zone face-off for Toronto. They put the Tavares line on the ice. And that's one back off the draw by the Leafs. Riley sends it deep. Tavares in there and digging against Lindholm. Puck trying to squirt it loose. Eventually Kerfoot takes it. Kerfoot back to Nylander. Leafs still buzzing around the offensive zone. Nylander takes it behind the net. Looking for a passing lane out front. Sends it to the point. And Riley times one in. Allmark's got to make the save and he'll cover that one. We'll have another offensive zone face-off for Toronto on the way. Ryan, what's going on? Sherry, welcome in. Thank you guys so much for being here. Awesome to see you in the chat. We've got 13:19 to go in the first period. Still pretty early in this one. Leafs out shooting the Bruins 5-2. Down in the corner. Taken there. Grzelcyk looking to work it up the wall. He gets it to Foligno. Foligno gets it out of the zone. Greer now the other way against Morgan Riley. Chasing on the forecheck. Matthews gets back. He takes a hit, but moves it over to Liljegren. And Toronto moves the puck up and out of the zone as Riley jumps into the play. Trying to work this one around now. Back out to the far side. It's Brody. Cycled by Marner to Bunting below the goal line. Matthews comes in to help as Carlo goes down. Matthews tucks it in! Austin Matthews from the short side pulls it from below the goal line and tucks it between Allmark and the post. And Toronto strikes first as Matthews gets his 5th goal of the season. And the Leafs strike first on home ice. They have certainly had the better of the play here in the first period. And they're finally able to get one in the back of the net as Linus Ullmark did not know that Matthews had the puck there. He was kind of looking around as the puck was behind the net. He wasn't sure who had it. And next thing you know, Matthews is tucking it in between Ullmark's arm and the post. And Austin Matthews, his 5th goal of the year. He has been playing a lot better the last few games. He definitely had a slow start, but he's gotten it going here the last few games, and his goal scoring is really starting to pick up. Neutral zone face-off here. Brian, what is going on? It is great to see you in the chat. Yoshi Bros, welcome in. Thanks so much for coming by. Nick, welcome. Good to see you in the chat. Really appreciate everybody being here. We are back underway. First period, Leafs with the 1-0 lead, and they're right back into the offensive zone. Toronto pushing hard on the attack, trying to extend the lead. That's played out high. Over now to the half wall on the far side. Riley against Kampf in the corner. Riley comes away with it. It's moved up now. Coyle able to muscle it out of the zone as that's knocked back down, and the Leafs take possession again in their own zone. Andre, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Moved up. Pass into the middle. Frederick trying to break things up on the back check. Taken now. Matthews back into the middle, but he eventually loses it. Bruins take it. They'll clear it to the neutral zone. Leafs take it again, and they bring it right back in. Here's Bunting against Lindholm. He gets stood up. Pastrnak plays it through to Krejci. Over to Hall. Trying to get it back to Krejci. Now it's Clifton jumping into the play as he dumps it deep and gets hit by Giordano for his effort. Moved into the middle now. Here's Taylor Hall stealing it back for the Bruins. Cycles down low for David Pastrnak. He tries to tuck one on a wraparound like Matthews did, but wasn't able to score as Samsonov holds the post, and then Toronto ices the puck. And we've got 11:05 to go here in the first period. Bruins will have an offensive zone face-off after the icing. And it looks like they're going to load up here, leaving Pastrnak on the ice as Marchand and Bergeron come out. So they're going to load up here and leave Pasta to play with Bergeron and Marchand for this offensive zone face-off. Leafs win it back defensively, though. Sandin trying to start the breakout. Now it's played to the near side corner. Shot out all the way down. Bruins have to go back and get it. Clifton, he'll go D-to-D with it. Lindholm now up through the middle to Bergeron. Bergeron over to Marchand into the offensive end. He takes it wide, sidesteps a check from Liljegren, but then gets pressured by Nylander, loses the puck, and Kerfoot with an outlet pass. Little too far ahead for Tavares, but they do get the puck out of the zone. Bruins trying to bring it back in. Played across to Pastrnak. Here's Pasta into the middle. Bergeron shot gets blocked. Leonardo, what's going on? Welcome in. Connor, welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Leafs now into the offensive zone. Tavares plays it to Kerfoot. Kerfoot on the near side boards. Back to Tavares, who plays it to Brody at the point. And it's brought up now. Bruins clear. Here's DeBrusk. And he can't really do anything with it. And the Leafs take possession back in their own zone as Brody carries. Drops it back, and the Leafs will try and start the breakout. We're just past the halfway point of this first period. Leafs with the 1-0 lead on a goal by Austin Matthews. Brought up now into the offensive end. Zaboral back to get it. He's pressured. He gets hammered off the puck by Malgin, but luckily Krejci's there to help out, and the Bruins do clear. Riley will dump it deep. Hall now on the far side collides with Sandin. They try and dig the puck out. DeBrusk gets caved in by Engvall. Puck's under him. And we've got a mass of bodies trying to dislodge this puck. Eventually they do. Bruins with a long shot from the point. That's blocked in front. Back out now all the way past Greer. No icing. The Bruins will have to go out and get it from behind their own net. AJ Greer leaves it for Connor Clifton. 9 minutes to go. Bruins with a little bit better pushback here on these last few shifts. As Greer comes in, hits Liljegren. More forechecking pressure from Nosek. Greer spins away from Riley, plays it over to Foligno. Foligno out to the point. Here's Lindholm. Back to Foligno. Fires it through some traffic. Deflected in front. And Samsonov eventually able to grab that one and cover up the puck, as that was sitting there in the crease. And we get a whistle and a stoppage now with 8:41 to go in the first. Toronto with the 1-0 lead thanks to Austin Matthews, the only goal of the game so far. And that now brings us to another commercial break. Toronto with the lead, but Boston pushing back a lot better these last few minutes than they did in the first half of this period. Bruin, what's going on? Thank you so much for being here. It's good to see you in the chat. Appreciate it. As we get a little break in the action here, ticking down past the halfway point of period number 1 here. Still a long way to go. Pretty good game so far. Toronto really came out storming early. But I'm happy to see the Bruins at least get some offensive zone time here the last few shifts. They're starting to get their legs going a little bit. It was a slow start for Boston. He got the puck from below the goal line, Blair, and then tucked it in around the post. The only time I have a problem with it, Brian, is when they move during the play. Like if they just had the board ads up and just left them there and just had them be the same one for however long that stretch of play goes, then I wouldn't notice them at all, honestly. But it's when they start moving during the play that it really gets annoying and I don't like it. Yeah, Matthews has been playing really well the last few games, Yoshi Bros. All right, we're back from the commercial break. Offensive zone draw for the Bruins. They put the top line on the ice. Jack, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Good to see you. That's one back by the Bruins as they look to get something going in the offensive zone. Cross-ice pass there by Clifton. Doesn't connect with Pastrnak. Now it's back out to the point. That one's blocked wide. Bergeron with it. Trying to work it down low. Taken by Brody along the boards. Pasta's all over him. He just cycles it down to the near side. Up the boards. Kept in by the pinching Clifton. Trying to work it around. Justin Hall over on the other side. Plays it up into the... Bruins send it right back into the offensive zone to Pastrnak, and Pasta has it go right under his stick. Oh my God. He would have had a wide open free lane to the net there if he was able to just fire that shot off, and instead it goes under his stick and doesn't even get a chance on goal. Big missed opportunity there for the Bruins. Brought up now. Here's Tavares, top of the circle. Fans on a pass. Moved across. Long shot in there, and a big glove save by Ullmark as Sandin ripped one on net. And that results in a fantastic scoring chance there for the Leafs, but Ullmark comes up with a huge glove save. He's back practicing, Reaper. He should be pretty close to getting back into game action. All right, 7:28 to go here in the first. Engvall to take the face-off against Coyle. And the Bruins take the puck off the draw. It's out of the zone, cleared there by Frederick. Dumped into the offensive zone as he and Zaka go in. Played across to the other side. Wayne Simmons takes the hit by Frederick out to the neutral zone. Trying to carry it up now into the offensive end. It's dumped by Toronto. Simmons heavy in on the forecheck against Riley. Eventually Zaboral takes the puck, and it's poked out of the zone there by Pavel Zacha. Zacha takes it now into the offensive zone. In front, chance there! And just not able to get it in behind Samsonov was Trent Frederick in front as he was all tangled up with the D-man. Another good opportunity for the Bruins. Back the other way. Here's Toronto. Zach Aston Reese through his skates, but it's played by Kampf down low. Aston Reese takes it from Clifton. Trying to dig the puck out. Aston Reese keeps it moving. Back out high to the point. Here's Sandin. Shot through traffic goes wide. Kampf with it. Pass in front. Knocked away by Greer. Now to the side of the goal, and Ullmark will just cover that one up with the glove. And we will get a whistle And a stoppage here with a little over 6 minutes remaining in the first. It stays a 1-0 hockey game. So it will be an offensive zone face-off now for Toronto. 6:20 to go in the period. Matthews wins that drawback. It's played by TJ Brody. He fires one off the end boards. DeBrusk takes it for the Bruins. Plays it back to Lindholm. Lindholm off the boards to Marchand out of the zone. Brought up now DeBrusk into the offensive end. He's checked. Leafs take the puck, but Marchand's trying to get it back for Boston. Played behind the net. Taken now. Carlo. Joining the play. Fires one off a skate in front. Ends up on the far side. Grzelcyk pinches down. And it's played through now to Marchand. Marchand kept in out high now by Carlo at the blue line. He tries to get away from Bunting. Fires one in. And Samsonov's got to make another save. And we'll get a whistle there. And a commercial break. Final commercial break of the first period. 5:41 to go. Bruins with an offensive zone face-off when we get back. Samsonov looking strong in goal for Toronto as the Bruins finally get some shots in and make him work a little bit. So we head now to our commercial stoppage. 5:41 left in a pretty good first period so far. And Leafs holding on to this 1-0 lead on the Austin Matthews goal. Thank you so much to everybody for joining tonight. It's great to have you all in the chat. Really appreciate it. And please don't forget, it really means a lot and helps the channel a ton. If you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams, welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. Joey, what is going on? Welcome in. Thanks so much for coming by. Really appreciate it. We're getting down towards the last 5 minutes of this first period. And we'll see what happens here. Chevalier, what's going on? Welcome in. I hope I said that name correctly. I apologize if I did not, but welcome in. Thank you for being here. I think this is a toss-up game. I do not have any bets on this game or any bets in general tonight. I think this is a coin flip game between these two teams, and either team is certainly capable of winning it. As we're coming back from the commercial break. Getting ready for this offensive zone face-off. Hey, Seth's here. Now the party's started. As we've got an ozone draw here for the Bruins, looking to tie this thing up before the intermission. Seth has joined the party as the Bruins win the draw. Out high, long shot. And that's redirected by David Krejci, but ends up and out of play into the netting. Clifton fired it on goal. Krejci was in front. And it ends up deflecting up and out of play. We'll just have another face-off in the offensive zone for Boston. Angelo, what's going on? Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for being here. Krejci to take the draw. Ty, what's going on? Welcome. Leafs win the draw this time, and they're able to carry it out to the neutral zone as Kampf and Aston Reese work up ice. Dumped in behind. Ullmark plays it in the corner. Clifton takes a hit from Aston Reese. Yes, he has Beer Reaper, yes. Taken up now. Bruins trying to get it out of their zone. And that's cleared back. Liljegren will play it across. Leafs regrouping through the neutral zone into the offensive end. Ullmark plays that back for Lindholm. Bruins will carry up ice. Excuse me, no, that's Zaboral. As Zaboral passes over to Coyle. Coyle into the offensive end. High slot there. Shot from Frederick gets blocked. Trying to work this one around. Another shot attempt. There's a block. Down in the corner. Played up here by the Leafs. And they're out to the neutral zone. Move to the middle. Here's Kerfoot driving in. He fires a good shot from the high slot. And we get a whistle there as Ullmark makes a save and covers it up. Hello, Ty. Welcome in. You don't need to say hi more than once. We've got 4:32 remaining here in the first period. Ullmark had to make a nice shoulder save there on that Kerfoot shot. Will be an offensive zone faceoff now. Leafs win it back. Giordano goes D to D. Sandin shot gets blocked. Played around. Up the boards. Kept in there by Sandin. Puck's in the corner. Played the other way now. Boston trying to win the race. Here's Nosek. Samsonov comes out and plays it away from him. Bruins trying to get it on the forecheck, but the Leafs move the puck quickly. And Giordano's out of the zone. Now it neutralized. Bruins get it back. Here's DeBrusk. Fires one in. Steered aside by Samsonov. Puck ends up in the corner. TJ Brodie dodges a hit, and is able to get the puck out. Here's Matthews the other way. Drop pass for Bunting. Fires one through. Just wide of Ullmark. Trying to work this one around. Leafs cycling in the offensive zone. Back the other way. Here comes Riley. Mike Riley. Backhands it deep. Greer comes in on the forecheck, but the Leafs move the puck. Bruins trying to steal. Foligno and Greer in. Leafs penned now in their own zone. Nosek works it, but it's going to come through to Simmons. And Wayne Simmons with the outlet pass. Engvall deflects it out to the neutral zone, and Leafs are out of danger. Back the other way now. By the red line. Knocked down there. Engvall takes it. He's going to dump it deep as he gets hit. Played now by Ullmark over to Zaboral. We tick under 3 minutes to go in the first period. Moved up by Krejci over the red line. Trying to find Pastrnak, but it's too far in front of him. Krejci and Pasta go to the corner, but Riley and Liljegren are back there. Played across. Cycling out high to Clifton. Clifton looks for a play down low. It's taken off the boards by Taylor Hall. Krejci comes in. Pasta cycling as well. Across now. Good pass. Lindholm jumps in. But it's taken away by Malgin, who wins the race to the loose puck. And the Leafs clear it back out to the neutral zone. 2:15 remaining here in the first. Bruins back on the attack. Here's Pastrnak. Top of the circle. Spins away from a check. And is able to just cycle it down low. Bruins are going to need a line change here fairly soon. Pasta trying to steal it, not able to. Coyle with a hit, but the Leafs are up ice. Here's Tavares into the offensive zone. His shot attempt gets blocked by Grzelcyk. Worked around now. Nylander in the corner. Leafs still have it on the attack. Back out high. Over now by the face-off dot. Trying to work this one through. It's taken Grzelcyk to Coyle. Coyle up the boards. Frederick not able to get it out. Kept in by Tavares and Kerfoot. Tavares spins it around to the near side corner. Played by Nylander. Leafs cycling on the attack. Bruins steal that one, though. It's Coyle. He gets it up the middle to Frederick, and Frederick's out of the zone. Into the offensive end. And he'll spin one deep down around the boards. Pinching in is Carlo. He takes it around away from Brodie. Then Brodie pins him along the board. Good defensive play there by the Toronto defenseman. And back the other way. Here's Marchand, but the puck came out and the play is offsides. We'll get a whistle with 1:03 to go in the first period. Still only one goal in this game. Austin Matthews has the Leafs up 1-0. Boston's had certainly plenty of chances to try and tie it up, but not able to get anything by Samsonov yet. Hey, that's awesome, Blair. I hope he has a very successful career, and that is really, really cool. Brian, what's going on? Welcome in. The only thing you've really missed is Austin Matthews' goal, and that's been the most notable thing to happen here in the first period as we tick down towards 50 seconds to go. Toronto carries it over into the offensive end. Marner with it. Pass back to Giordano. Move to the middle. Spin around shot by Riley, and that gets blocked to the corner. Taken by Marner to Matthews, trying to get it back to Marner. It's deflected off glass. Bruins still can't get it out. And the Leafs play it across now. Riley. Back out high. That's taken by Foligno. And Foligno will get it out to the neutral zone with 20 seconds to go in the first. Toronto carries it back in. Riley through. Chance in front. That one sent wide as the Bruins got back on the back check and created some chaos there and didn't allow Toronto to get a clean shot on goal. And Olmark's just going to grab that one with the glove. We'll get a stoppage. 4 seconds remaining. It will be an offensive zone faceoff for the Leafs as they'll have one last opportunity here to try to extend the lead. Almost through the first 20. Right off the draw, it's taken there by Nylander, but the Bruins get all over him. And that is going to do it as they just chip it out to the neutral zone, and that brings us to the end of period 1. Horn sounds, 20 minutes down, 40 minutes to go. We'll head to the intermission, and we'll have some time to hang out and chill in the chat as we get ready for period number 2. The only goal of the game so far belongs to Austin Matthews, who has the Toronto Maple Leafs up 1-0 at the end of the first. And we will have some time now to hang out and chat for a bit while we wait for the second to begin. Solid first period for Toronto. Bruins did get better in the second half of that period, had a little bit more puck possession and zone time. But all in all, I do expect Boston to be better, hopefully. I'm hoping the Bruins get better as this game goes along than how they just played there in that first. Yeah, Reaper, usually, I mean, not always, but snow, there is always a chance for snow when we get to December here, absolutely. So, there's always a chance for snow. Kuzo, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here, really appreciate it. Good to have you in the chat. No idea, Brian. No idea. Was just a completely unnecessary and stupid thing to do, and that's all I've got to say about that. So, Maple Leafs really dominated the first 10 minutes of that period. Boston showed some good pushback in the second half of the period, but Toronto was still the better team there in the first, and they have the lead to show for it. And Matthews with the goal, able to put the Leafs up by 1, and that's where we stand right now. Daniel, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Awesome to have you in the chat. Blair, I am from Massachusetts. I live about an hour away from Boston in Massachusetts. All right, lots of other action going on around the NHL. There were 14 games in total today. Some of them have already finished, were afternoon games. Others haven't even started yet. It's a big, big day. Big day across the league. So, earlier, we had the Red Wings beat the Islanders 3-0. The Avalanche trounced the Blue Jackets, per usual. Columbus is awful this year. 5-1. The Jets shut out the Blackhawks 4-0. And the Stars continued their fantastic start, absolutely hammering Edmonton 6-2. Games that are going on right now, obviously this one here, Toronto with the 1-0 lead over the Bruins. Coyotes and Capitals are 0-0 in the first intermission. Sabres and Lightning are 1-1 at the first intermission. Flyers and Senators are 1-1, just about to finish the first period there. Kraken and Penguins are 0-0 at the end of the first. Golden Knights and Canadiens, a 1-1 game in the first intermission as well. And then games that have not started yet. At 10 o'clock, the Nashville Predators play the Vancouver Canucks, and the New Jersey Devils play the Calgary Flames. And at 10:30, the Anaheim Ducks play the San Jose Sharks, and the Florida Panthers play the LA Kings. So very, very busy day in the NHL tonight. Lauren, what is going on? Brian, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Great to see you guys in the chat. Really appreciate it. We've got Daniel here as well. Awesome to have you as always. A lot in the chat tonight. I really appreciate that. Dan, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks so much for coming by. L. Minton, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Completely dumb and unnecessary, Lorne, and that's all I've got to say about that. The Penguins are not good at holding leads, Isaac. Or at least they have not been this year. Austin, I'm sorry that your team lost, man. That's tough. I hope it was at least a somewhat exciting game to watch, but never fun to be at a game where your team loses. Do you mean what do you mean, Aries? Like team that I don't like, or team that I think is one of Boston's biggest rivals other than the Canadiens or Leafs? Because I think obviously Montreal and Toronto are big rivals for the Bruins. I would say that the Lightning would probably be next in line as far as rivalry goes, but I like the Lightning, so I don't as much as they're a rival for the Bruins, I don't have any issues with Tampa Bay. I actually really enjoy watching them play. As far as teams that I don't like beyond, man, Pittsburgh's definitely on that list. As far as teams that I don't like, Pittsburgh would probably be next, I guess, after those two. Yeah, I mean, Daniel, the Sharks aren't very good, but that's no surprise. That was pretty much known going into the season, that the Sharks are going to be in the Connor Bedard sweepstakes this year. The Bruins do fight, Brian. The Bruins fight quite a bit. They're always a team that's not necessarily at the top of the league of fights, but is definitely up there. But Boston just had 2 fights in their last game against the Rangers the other night. It's the Leafs that don't fight. The Leafs are the ones that are always near the bottom of the league as far as fighting majors go. The Leafs have single-digit fights usually. Boston usually is up in the top 10. Caps and Bruins definitely have had a little bit of a rivalry going, but I don't know. I feel like that's kind of died down the last couple years, Isaac. Like, the games haven't been real physical the last couple. Marchand doesn't fight, Brian. Marchand doesn't fight. He fights like once or twice a year. The Bruins fighters are Trent Frederick, Nick Foligno, AJ Greer, Derek Forbert every once in a while when he's healthy. I mean, he has a broken finger now, so he's not. But, Marchand fights maybe once a year. Trent Frederick fights all the time. AJ Greer fights. Nick Foligno, I think, led the Bruins in fights last season. I don't... I've never been a big fan of Pittsburgh, Trevor, forever. They're just not a team that I've ever really rooted for or liked, and I mean they play Boston a lot. Yes, Ty, I am a Bruins fan. I live an hour away from Boston. I wouldn't call it like a major rivalry, Aries. I don't think it's anything. I don't think it's anything that that is like looked at as a major rivalry. Like when you start listing off NHL rivalries, I don't think that's near the top of the list. But they do usually play pretty good matchups against each other. Matthew, what's going on? Welcome. Thanks for being here. I don't think Marchand and Stamkos have ever actually fought. I mean, for a fight to actually be a fight, 5-minute majors have to be handed out. Like, it has to actually be for it to count as a fight, you have to have fighting majors called. Scrums and little pushing and shoving doesn't count as a fight. All right, let's see. Steven Stamkos' fight card here on hockeyfights.com. Let's see how many times Steven Stamkos has fought in his career. Steven Stamkos has fought Alexei Lafreniere in the playoffs last year. He fought Evgeny Malkin in 2019. He fought Pavel Buchnevich in 2018. He fought Carl Alsner in 2018. He fought Brad Marchand in 2015. So they fought once. Stamkos and Marchand have fought once. It was back in 2015. And his first career fight came in 2008 against Nikolai Gerdev. That's a throwback name right there, Nikolai Gerdev. But he went from 2008 to 2015 without having a fight, and then Stamkos has had 4 fights now since 2018. He's getting a little bit angrier as he's gotten older, I see. Let's see. Next game is Tuesday, Matthew. Tuesday night, Montreal and Detroit. Yes, Derek's list of rivalries is definitely a good start there, for sure. Sens fan, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Everybody, let's welcome Ty to the channel, new subscriber. Let's get some sub hype for Ty in the chat. Hulk Hogan, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Next goal, I hope it's the Bruins Chevalier, but we'll have to see. I mean, I don't have a crystal ball that can predict the future, but I'm hoping that it's the Bruins. We'll have to see what the second period brings. Boston had some pretty good chances in the latter half of that first period. Just weren't able to bury anything. So hopefully they come out ready to go in the early part of the second, because they started the first period very, very slowly. Hopefully, Aries, that was the hope. That was the hope when Seattle came in, is that them and Vancouver would start a big-time rivalry, but obviously Seattle's a little too new to have a major rival yet. Molson Canadian, L. Minton. Got my first case ever of Molson earlier this week. Hey, Hulk Hogan, subscribe. Let's get some stub hype in the chat and a warm welcome to the channel. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. I think they are right now, Brian. I don't think it's going to be that way all season long. I mean, Boston's not going to keep up this pace for a full season. There's going to be bumps in the road at some point. But right now, they've been unbelievable to start the year. I hope so, Victoria, but it didn't seem like it after that first period. There wasn't really any sort of like bad blood or animosity at all between these teams in the first period. So I don't really see anything. I mean, again, things can always happen. You can have it's only one hit away or one goaltender getting chopped at away from starting to get to be a physical game, but that first period was definitely on the quiet side. Molson Canadian's good, actually. I definitely like it. Also a big fan of Labatt as well. It just seems like Canadian beer is good. Canadian beer is good. Yeah, Hulk Hogan. Yeah, it's very expensive to actually park at the Garden. I usually use Spot Hero and use one of the garages from the general area. There's multiple garages within like a third of a mile from TD Garden, and those garages are usually way cheaper than actually parking at the Garden. Exactly, Derek. Like all the Canadian beers that I've had have been just good, solid beers. Oh, Pastrnak had a golden chance, Chevalier, in that first period, and the puck went under his stick. He would have had a point-blank shot from right in front of the net to try and pick a corner, and the puck went under his stick. So he missed his best opportunities so far. Maybe he gets another chance in the second here and is able to bury one. I like Yingling, Derek, but not the Hershey one. Chocolate beer is a no-go for me. Brody likes the chocolate one, but I do not. But I do like regular Yingling a lot. Hey, there you go, Aries. That's awesome. That'll be a fun game. You'll get to see McDavid in person. That'll be awesome. All right, we're getting ready here to start the second. Toronto with the 1-0 lead on Austin Matthews' goal, the only scoring of period number 1. And it's 5.0 here in the U.S., Trevor. Yeah, 5.0, which is more than a lot of the normal, quote unquote, like your regular American beers like Budweiser and Bud Light. And well, Bud Light's 4.2. Budweiser might be 5, or it might be like 4.8. Either way, like it's pretty close to like a Bud Heavy kind of beer, but it's definitely more than like Bud Light or Busch Light or something like that, which is like right at like 4 or a little above. We are just starting the second period, Mr. Banana Man. Yeah, Seth is being quiet. Somebody said Seth's awful quiet over there.
I'm starting my career as a Pokemon Go master.
He's playing Pokemon Go. So that's why Seth's been quiet. But here we go. Teams are lining up at the center dot. We're going to be dropping the puck on the second as the top lines for each team start this period. And we are underway as it's taken now by TJ Brody. He's pressured, loses the puck. Bruins take it back. They'll regroup in their own zone. Trying to play it up is Lindholm. Pass across over the blue line. Dumped into the offensive end. And that rolls to the side of the net where Samsonov will cover it up. 18 seconds in, we get a whistle and an offensive zone face-off coming up for Boston. I'm hoping the Bruins, Mr. Banana Man, but we'll see. Toronto's played well so far. Yes, it is, Rick. Yes, it is. Chance there. Right off the draw, and Samsonov's got to make another save. Marchand with a good opportunity, but Samsonov makes the stop, keeps this a 1-0 game. Nice little glove save there. Marchand was kind of coming from a bad angle. Oh, Avatar says that he's playing Pokemon Legends Arceus. Yeah. Yeah. He's playing that game. Brought up now. Leafs into the offensive zone. They ring one off the bar. Toronto was that close to making it a 2-0 game, but they hit the crossbar and out, and the Bruins then ice the puck. And it's going to come back down. It will be an offensive zone faceoff for the Maple Leafs, but oh boy, John Tavares, what a chance there for Toronto. Walks right in, rips one from just above the top of the circle, and nails that off the crossbar. Taken now by DeBruski. Can't get it out. It rolls in. And Omark is just going to grab that with the glove. As 46 seconds into the period, it will be another offensive zone draw coming for the Leafs. Bruins are able to get a line change, though, as that was covered by Ullmark and not an icing, so they can get the Krejci line on the ice. Tavares against Krejci in the faceoff dot. Still the first minute of period number 2. That's one back by the Leafs. Working it around, ends up down low. Played there by Carlo. Carlo checked by Kerfoot. Nylander and Krejci come in as well. Everybody digging for the puck. Eventually it's worked up the boards. Toronto has it. Fires a shot that gets blocked up off glass. Spun back there, Liljegren to Nylander. Looking to play it around. Tavares back there. Liljegren shot deflected by Kerfoot, but it goes wide. Leafs swarming here early in period number 2. Good offensive zone time. Very similar to how they started the first period. Bruins slow at the start of periods in this game, and the Leafs are putting on a lot of pressure. Up the boards again. Pastrnak can't get it by Riley. Toronto keeps it in. Nylander to the far side. David Kampf plays. Sends it down low, and then the Bruins finally knock it down and clear it out to the neutral zone. Need a line change. Are able to at least get a couple forwards off the ice as it's brought up into the offensive zone. Here's Morgan with a shot, but that goes off a stick and up into the nettings as we get a stoppage with 18:11 to go here in the second. Boston Bruins lover, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks so much for coming by. Awesome to have you in the chat. And hey, we got a 5. Boston Bruins lover drops a 5 on the stream. Let's get some dono hype in the chat. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And a new subscriber as well, Jackie. Thank you so much for subscribing. We get some sub hype in the chat as well for Jackie. Back the other way. Zaboral double-teamed. Leafs in on the forecheck. Ikeka, what is going on? Welcome in. Leafs cycling around in the offensive zone. Eventually Taylor Hall able to move it to the middle and get it out. As that's played by Hall at the blue line. He curls back over to Zaboral, up to Zacha. Zacha pass back to Hall into the offensive end. Trying to drive on net. Pad save by Samsonov. Puck is loose. And Samsonov's able to find it and cover that one up as we get a whistle. And Boston's best opportunity of the period was 17:31 to go. And an ozone draw for the Bruins coming now. So a big thank you to Boston Bruins Lover for the 5 and Jackie for subscribing. And Boston Bruins Lover subscribing as well. Thank you so much. Hype in the chat for these two. Thank you guys so much for the support. Very much appreciated. One back now. Bruins in the offensive zone. Lindholm's pass deflected away off the boards. Back out. Stick snaps in half as the Bruins D was trying to shoot it on net. Taken now up ice by Marner. Into the offensive zone, but he can't keep it there. Matthews trying to dump it back in. DeBrusk pokes it away from him. Leafs back in their own zone, regrouping. Played up to Marner into the offensive end. Marner drives wide, pass through the middle. Ends up on the far side where the Bruins are able to steal it away as DeBrusk will carry up ice. DeBrusk now, back check coming. He loses it to Matthews. Marner now can't get the pass through to Matthews. Puck bounces in front. Bunting can't get it on goal, and Nosek comes the other way for the Bruins. Liljegren back, though, for Toronto. Goes D to D. Up and out of the zone, again through neutral ice. Toronto entering the offensive end. That one gets knocked down. Played behind the net. Looking to get a pass in front. Bruins don't let it get through cleanly. There's Jarnkrok and Engvall in. Jarnkrok trying to take the puck away from Carlo. Help from Simmons as well as he drives down the wall, but finally Nosek gets it over to Foligno. Foligno gets it out of the zone. As we're just under 4 minutes into this second period. Hey, another dono from Boston Bruins Lover, dropping a 2 on the stream. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Let's get that dono hype again for Boston Bruins Lovers. AJ Greer sends that to the offensive zone. Giordano back to play it for the Leafs. He sends it up the boards by everybody. And that is going to be an icing against Toronto as that goes all the way down. $15:47 to go here in the second. And Toronto still with the only goal of the game. Hey, what's going on, Scotty? Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming by. It's awesome to have you. Yes. Ozone face-off. Bruins trying to come away with possession. Here's Pastrnak. His shot gets blocked. Leafs get to the loose puck and they'll clear it out. Good stretch pass up into the offensive zone. Simmons. Simmons pressured by Riley. Trying to work this one around. Bruins the other way. Here's Zaboral. And we're going to get a slashing call against Toronto here. As Jacob Zaboral was trying to carry it into the offensive zone. He draws the penalty. It's a slashing penalty against the Leafs. Whoops. And the Bruins will get the first power play of this game. John Tavares in the box for slashing. Bruins to the man advantage. Malika, what is going on? Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Really appreciate it. And we'll see what Boston can do here on the man advantage. Power play hasn't, 13th ranked power play in the league right now. Hasn't been spectacular this year, but Bruins do have talent, and they've got good players they can put on the ice. We'll see what they can do with this chance. As right off the draw, the Leafs cleared out to the neutral zone. Good start to the penalty kill for them. Lindholm will have to regroup. He's carried back up towards the red line. Now drops it for Pastrnak. Pass to Marchand. Marchand driving by Brody, and Brody trips down Marchand. It will be a penalty shot as Brad Marchand was driving in behind the Leafs D. It'll be a penalty shot for Marchand and the Bruins here on the power play. So Brad Marchand with a chance to tie this game. Huge opportunity for the Bruins as he gets in behind the defense. And TJ Brody just trips him down. Here comes Marchand on the penalty shot. Speed in. Offensive zone. Fakes a shot. Pulls it backhand. And scores! Boston ties it on the power play. It's a 1-1 game. Marchand skates in, fakes the shot, and then pulls it to the backhand. Samsonov gets all out of sorts once he pulls it to the backhand. Actually looks like he's kind of falling over, and Marchand's able to throw it in. And the power play goal for the Bruins on the penalty shot. And actually, because it was a penalty shot, that's right, the power play continues. The power play continues for the Bruins because that was a separate penalty there against Brody that led to the penalty shot. So Boston still here. Pastrnak with a blast. That gets blocked. Setting up in the offensive zone. Back out high. Game's 1-1. Trying to make it 2-1. Bruins looking for their first lead of this one through the middle. Not able to get it. On goal. Kept in by Pastrnak. His pass into the middle of the ice, though, gets stolen. And that's cleared all the way down. Leafs, good job there on the kill. 55 seconds to go as Hampus Lindholm will carry up for the Bruins. Drops it back to Pasta. Pastrnak into the offensive end. Loses it to the corner. Hall there. Plays it back out high. Lindholm over to Zacha as they get the second unit on the ice, or at least starting to. Then Lindholm's pass attempt gets poked away. And out to the neutral zone, cleared there by Kerfoot. Back now, here's Taylor Hall trying to drive in the offensive end. Giordano takes the puck and he'll clear again. That one goes all the way down. Final 20 seconds of the power play as Matt Grzelcyk will skate it up ice. Drops it back for Zacha. Pavel Zacha now. Passes over to the side into the offensive zone. Will drive deep through to Foligno on the near side wall. His pass back to Grzelcyk. Moved across here. And Samsonov makes a good save as that gets covered. And there's 1 second left on the power play, so Toronto's basically killed the rest of this one off. 13:22 to go here in the second. Offensive zone draw for the Bruins, but only 1 second left on the man advantage, and we'll be back to 5-on-5 hockey. Leafs win the draw back. Power play is over. Tavares is out of the penalty box. Leafs have it now. Neutral zone, stolen back by Charlie Coyle. We're ticking towards the halfway point of this one. It's a 1-1 hockey game. Mike Riley passes up into the offensive zone. Coyle drives this one to the corner. There's Greer. Trying to get it back to the point. Stolen away by Nylander. Up now into the offensive zone. And that gets thrown in. Gloved by Ullmark, and he covers that up with 12:52 to go here in the second. And we will head to our first commercial break here, the second period. Brad Marchand on the penalty shot has tied this game at 1. And that's where we stand right now. A 1-1 hockey game with just about 12 and a half minutes to go in period 2. And this one, very close, tight affair as expected between the Bruins and the Leafs. So thank you guys all so much for watching. It's awesome to have you in the chat. Please don't forget, it really helps the channel a ton if you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. Gerry, what is going on? Michael, welcome in. Thank you guys both for being here. Marchand scored the Bruins goal, Victoria. Great to see you guys all in the chat tonight. Abby, welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Been a very tight game so far between these two, and that's probably going to be the way it goes right down till the end. Starting to close in on the halfway point of this one, and very evenly matched so far. Bruins have started the period slow, but have gotten better as the periods have gone along. That was certainly the case in the first, and It's so far, I mean, we've still got 12 and a half to go here in the second, but so far, this second period is starting to follow really along the same lines as how the first went, where Toronto was very good early in the period, and then the Bruins took a little bit to get their legs under them, but once they did, they ended up making it a pretty even game. But Leafs have played well tonight. Bruins, have gotten going as once they've gotten that sluggish start over with, they've gotten going. And right now, not a whole lot separating these teams as the Bruins drive this into the offensive zone. Nosek falls down. Zacha takes the puck. Nosek takes it again in the corner. Now he and Giordano battle. Matthews trying to dig it out. Here's Sandin to Matthews, poked away from him. Played by Marner below the goal line. He gets hit there by Zacha. And over to Sandin as he's chased by Nosek. And that's cleared off the boards and all the way down. Bruins have to chase. And it's going to get whistled down with 12:16 to go in the second. And the faceoff will be coming back to the Leafs' end. Whew. So, right now, not a whole lot separating these two. We got a tied hockey game, and it looks like a game that's probably going to be going right down to the wire that way. Krejci against Tavares in the faceoff dot. Krejci wins it back for the Bruins, but Kerfoot off the wing. Able to pressure the Bruins at the blue line, but Boston keeps it in. Here's Pastrnak now on the half walls. Checked by Liljegren. And back the other way now comes Toronto as they clear their zone, gain the red line, and dump it cross corner. Pastrnak back to get it with Nylander chasing. Tavares up the boards. And Liljegren's not able to keep it in at the point. As that's played over, he takes a hit but moves it up. Mike Riley checked by Kerfoot. Kerfoot into the offensive zone. Waiting for a passing lane to open. He just cycles. Puck to the corner, now into the middle. Tavares can't get a stick on it. Pastrnak with Kerfoot all over him. Loses the puck in the corner, and Toronto back on the attack. So that's lifted out to the neutral zone. 11:20 to go here in the second. Leafs regroup right back into the offensive zone. Here's Wayne Simmons against Mike Riley. Now he lands a hit on Zaboral, and the Bruins don't clear the puck. Yarncrook back to the point. Long shot there. Brody in a big glove save. As Omark is able to stab that one and cover it up. It will be an offensive zone faceoff coming for Toronto. 11:05 to go here in period number 1. Back out now all the way down. Played to the sideboards. Justin Hall sends that one up. And he ices the puck. So it will come down to the Toronto end now. Bergeron's out there to take the face-off. Assuming the Bruins keep him on the ice. Looks like they are. It will be an ozone draw for Boston with 10:53 to go in the second. Bruins being outshot 17-11, but it's all even 1-1 on the scoreboard. Bergeron wins that drawback. Over now, shot from the outside boards. Good save there by Samsonov. DeBrusque trying to dig that puck out. Gets it to Bergeron. He shoots one just wide. Leafs with a chance to clear. Here's Brody. Plays it over to Hull. Justin Hall into the offensive zone. Cycles that one around trying to find Simmons, but it gets all the way through to Nosek, who then doesn't get the puck out of the zone. Boston will have to try again. 10:20 to go here. We close in to the halfway point of this game. Bruins over the red line, dumped into the offensive zone. Leafs back to get it quickly. Get it up the boards, but not out. Played here by Zaboral. He fires one, misses wide blocker side. Working it around. Here's Foligno in the offensive end. Just cycles it on the backhand deep for Nosek. Greer in there as well. David Kampf gets back and takes the puck for the Leafs. Foligno passes across. And the Leafs take it. They steer it out of the zone and dump it into the Boston end. Down behind the net, Toronto with it, looking for a wraparound was Aston Reese, but Ullmark holds the post. Up now to Greer, he spins away from Matthews, and Mulligan with a great chance, but he just fires it off the outside of the goal. Matthews down behind the net. He already has a goal from down low today, trying to do it again, but this time he just works it out high to the blue line and then dumps it back deep. Marner comes in to take it, passes out to the point. Back to Marner by the top of the circle. That goes off a skate. And here comes Taylor Hall up ice into the offensive zone. Driving on Giordano. He fires a shot, but it gets blocked up into the glass. Hall down low and Krejci in front. Huge save by Samsonov. His best of the game as he robs David Krejci in the slot. Austin Matthews back the other way. Carlo chased by Bunting. End to end we go. Ullmark's got to make a blocker save. Puck ends up out high by the blue line. Worked across. That one doesn't connect with anybody. Pastrnak takes it. He's going to pass it off of back of Bergeron's legs, but it bounces out of the zone. Brought up now over the red line into the offensive end. Bunting in the corner. Plays through to Tavares. Tavares back out high. Over now to Liljegren. He walks in. Fires one. And Ullmark's able to stop it and cover the rebound as well. And we get a whistle with 8:11 remaining in the second. End-to-end action between the Bruins and Leafs. And it stays a 1-1 hockey game as both goaltenders hold strong. And we head to a commercial stoppage. What's going on, Snowflake? Welcome in. Rob, welcome in. Great to have you guys in the chat. Thanks for coming by. We've gone to a commercial break here. Bruins and Leafs, a 1-1 game and a great stretch of play as they've gone end-to-end here for the past couple minutes. Great chances for both teams, but the goalies holding down the fort. Doing pretty well, Ikeka. How are you? Thanks so much for coming by. It's awesome to have you in the chat. Oh, nice, Ikeka. Nice. Good way to spend your break, for sure. So we're down now to about 8 minutes to go in the second period, and a good time to catch your breath as these teams, some very fast-paced, frantic play all over the ice, up and down the ice, both looking for a lead in this one. Toronto scored first, had the lead for a while, but the Bruins were able to tie it here early in the second, and it's been deadlocked ever since then. Very, very nice, Pablo, as we're coming back now from the break. Oh, yeah, Brian. He had a breakout season last year, and he's been even better this year. Here we go. Offensive zone face-off for the Leafs. We'll see. They're looking for the lead. As it's taken off the draw, down low by Lindholm. Bruins starting the breakout. Lindholm passes through to Zacha. Up into the offensive end. Trying to cycle around now in the offensive zone. There's Coyle. Coyle has Riley all over him. Everybody digging for it in the corner. Frederick in there. Back out high. To the half wall. Clifton plays it below the goal line. Gets poked away from Coyle. And the Leafs are up and out of the zone. That's cleared. Back the other way. Both teams trying to find the loose puck in the neutral zone. And here's Trent Frederick now for the Bruins into the offensive end. Spins back at the top of the circle. Played around. Frederick with a heavy hit on the forecheck, throws it in front, but nobody's home. Coyle's got to get off for the line change. Here comes Toronto up ice. Into the offensive end, across there. Nylander shot gets blocked by Grzelcyk. Spin around shot, Kerfoot fans on it. Marchand knocks him down. Now it's played to the near side boards, kept in. Marchand couldn't get it out. Second chance for DeBrusk, and this time he does clear. 6:50 remaining here in the second. Yes, it was, Raymond. Tage Thompson was part of the package that went to Buffalo for Ryan O'Reilly. No, I am not, Ikeka. Next stream is Tuesday. And that's going to be an icing against the Bruins with 6:36 remaining. And it will be an offensive zone face-off for the Leafs coming up as they continue to push for their second goal of the game and a lead in this game, trying to get it back. Taken, face-off one back to Brody. Leafs setting up shop in the offensive zone. Brody pestered by DeBrusk, and that's going to be a penalty against Jake DeBrusk. Leafs are going to go on the power play when the Bruins touch the puck, unless they score, as Boston finally touches that one down. It's a holding call against Jake DeBrusk, and the Leafs are going to get a chance on the man advantage to try and get the lead back in this one. 6:20 to go in the second. Leafs to their first power play of the game. Jake DeBrusk going to the penalty box, and here is a big opportunity for Toronto to try and get themselves back out in front. Liam, what is going on, my man? Welcome in. Thanks so much for coming by. Awesome to have you. We got ourselves quite a hockey game going here between the Leafs and the Bruins. Moved over now. Toronto wins the faceoff. They set up in the offensive zone. Taken by Marner. Down low. Chance in front. Not able to get a clean shot off. Bless you.
Thank you.
Down in the corner. And that's lifted all the way out and down. 6 minutes to go in the second. Leafs back through the neutral zone. Here's Nylander to the offensive end. Trying to get around Lindholm. Kept to the outside. Pass in front. And Matthews on the doorstep with a power play goal. His second of the game. Gives the Leafs the 1-goal lead again. And the Toronto Maple Leafs take advantage of the power play. A great drive around the outside by Nylander. And then he sets up Matthews for an easy tap-in goal. And Austin Matthews makes no mistake about that one. And a beautiful play for the Toronto Maple Leafs on the power play. Austin Matthews' second goal of the night. And they take the lead here 2-1 late in period number 2 with 5:53 remaining. Trying to take it now through the neutral zone. Both teams in front of the benches. Boston gets possession. Moved up. And it's brought up. And again, Hall can't get it into the offensive zone. Bruins look flat out slow tonight. Flat out slow tonight. As Toronto takes this one in the neutral zone, Malgin passes back to the middle. Toronto's right back on the attack in the offensive zone. Worked back out to the blue line, kept in. Trying to move this one to the middle, back out high. Moved again, long shot, big save there by Ullmark as he gets a pad on it. Moved across. David Kampf sends that one down low. Played by Riley. Riley goes D to D. Bruins trying to get it out of the zone. Taken now. Backhanded up. Taylor Hall right to Giordano. Over to Sandin. And the Leafs will start going back up ice. Possession again for Toronto. Here's Giordano waiting for something to open up. Cleared through the neutral zone. Simmons dumps it in. Grzelcyk trying to get it back out, and they cannot. Back the other way. Here's A.J. Greer. Bruins clear. into the offensive zone. Greer takes a hit from Sandin. Going in on the forecheck is Foligno. Here's Zacha below the goal line behind the net. He takes it to the corner. Engvall's all over him. Back out high. Across now. Shot. That one gets blocked. And Toronto will clear it out of the zone as Engvall gets that up over the red line in front of the benches. He'll dump it in. Back to get it now. Up to Marchand. Bruins trying to get it through into the offensive zone. Marchand can't keep it in. Bruins try again. There's another dump in. Sandin back to get it. 3.5 to go here in the second period. Austin Matthews, 2 goals, has Toronto up in this one. 2-1 lead for the Leafs, playing a very strong game on home ice. As this is sent up, deflected down by Lindholm. Here's a chance in front, and Toronto not able to get a shot off. Bruins get back defensively. Back through the middle. Played there. Moved across by Lindholm. Carlo plays it up the other way. Pastrnak will chase against Liljegren in the offensive zone. He gets hit down in the corner. Trying to work this one up. Bruins in on the forecheck, but they can't get possession. Leafs clear the zone. Here's Tavares into the offensive end. John Tavares driving wide. Zboril keeps him there. Zboril with it now. Up to Pastrnak. Into the offensive end. And back the other way. Here's Toronto moving to the middle. Another chance for the Leafs. Firing a shot. That one sent wide. 2:25 to go here in the second. Over the blue line. Into the offensive zone. Taken by Frederick. Back the other way. Leafs steal. Good job on the back check. Played up now over the red line. Dumped into the offensive zone. Back the other way. Up into the offensive end. Here's Greer. Poked away. Bruins trying to bring it back in. Taken up. Back the other way over the red line. Malgin with a pass across. Toronto dumps into the offensive zone. 1:50 to go in the second period. And that cycles its way all the way back out to neutral ice. Leafs will try again. Grzelcyk D to D. Bruins up. Here's Taylor Hall. He gets stood up there by Giordano, then knocks him down. They have an exchange. Both going after it eventually. Taylor Hall and Giordano are yapping as they head back towards the bench. Leafs are into the offensive zone. Bergeron on the back check pokes it away. Back across now. Here's Liljegren, top of the circle. Minute 10 to go in the second. And it's lifted up now. Knocked down in the neutral zone. Trying to bring it back in is Engvall. He's driving. Pass across. Shot in there. Ullmark with a big blocker save. Down low. Final minute of the period. Leafs back in the offensive zone. Played by Lindholm. He's going to try a long stretch pass. That's knocked away by Liljegren. And it's back out. Bruins dump it. There's Marchand in on Samsonov. Riley takes the puck. 30 seconds to go. Toronto up ice. Into the offensive end. Shot there. That one gets deflected off the glass. Through the middle. Nobody gets a piece of it. Toronto keeps it. Marchand with a good hit, but the Leafs have the puck out in front. Here's another chance. Just poked away at the last second from Marner. Over now to Hull. Long shot there. Chance in front. Puck's loose. Bruins clear it out, but not out of the zone. We got a penalty call coming. As Bunting gets taken down in front, and Toronto's going back to the power play with 5 seconds to go, and it will likely carry over into period number 3. As Michael Bunting, jamming away in front of the net, is able to draw the penalty.
All right. I think I'll see you later.
Oh. Well, we'll see ya. Okay, Will.
Cigarette.
Happy birthday, Brendan. And Connor Clifton is going to the penalty box. Toronto back to the power play. and it will carry over into the third if they don't score in these next 5 seconds. Bruins stuck in their own zone there for a little too long, and it results in a penalty, as usually does. And right off the draw, Boston clears that off glass and out. So it will be another face-off. Couldn't even get the puck out of the zone there without it going out of play. And Bergeron wins the draw. We get a stoppage as the horn sounds. That is the end of period number 2. 40 minutes of action down, 20 minutes to go. And we are headed to the second intermission as the Toronto Maple Leafs take a 2-1 lead into the break. 2 goals from Austin Matthews has them on top in this one. And very close, tight game here. 1-goal game, still up for grabs. Either team can win. And it looks like it's probably going to come down to who plays better in the third period between the Bruins and Maple Leafs tonight. We'll have some time to hang out in the chat while we wait for period number 3 to begin. And we'll have some time now as this intermission goes along. Thank you guys all for being here. Seemed like we had a good stretch of play there towards the end without a lot of stoppages. And hopefully that pace keeps up in the third as these teams go back and forth. And we'll have a chance now. Thank you, everybody, for watching tonight. Please don't forget, it really means a lot and helps out the channel a ton if you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. Just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, have some fun. And we'll be streaming all different NHL teams all season long. Next stream will be Tuesday night, Montreal Canadiens against the Detroit Red Wings. And we'll have a whole new week of games coming up next week. I will post the schedule tomorrow on the community tab and let you guys know the full schedule for next week. Completely stupid and unnecessary signing for the Bruins, and that's what I've said for every time someone's asked tonight. That's all I've got to say about that. Unnecessary and stupid, and there's a reason the Bruins are being absolutely dragged across the media right now because of it. Hey, thank you so much, Snowflake. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat for Snowflake. Give a warm welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's funny, the NHL even came out and said today that he's not playing. He's not gonna play in the NHL. So, I don't know. He's in Providence now, I guess, with the AHL, but I don't think he's ever gonna play in Boston. The NHL won't even let him play in the NHL. The league has said no. He can't even be called up. So, yeah, I just do not understand why they would even bother. Makes absolutely no sense.
Coors Light.
A cold Coors Light with the mountains blue.
Blue as can be. That's how you know they're cold.
Oh, yeah. Nope. 63, Sherry. 63. All right, let's check some other scores from around the league. Not very good, Blair. This has not been as good as they've been playing for most of the games this season. This has been a very sluggish-looking Bruins team tonight. I've watched Bruins games where they've looked a lot better than this year, but Toronto's doing a really good job of controlling the game. I mean, Toronto's really controlled this game for, I would say, at least 80% of it. It's felt like they've been playing better. It's felt like they've been in control from the get-go, and they're just flat out playing better than the Bruins tonight so far. There's no question about that. So other scores going on around the league. Obviously, the games earlier, Red Wings beat the Islanders 3-0. Avalanche beat the Blue Jackets 5-1. Jets beat the Blackhawks 4-0. And Stars beat the Oilers 6-2. Games going on right now. Capitals with a 1-0 lead over Arizona. Sabres and Lightning tied up at 2. Flyers, Senators, 2-1 Flyers. Kraken and Penguins are tied up at 1. Vegas is beating Montreal 2-1. And that's it for games going on. Games coming later. 10 o'clock, the Predators play the Canucks in a battle of disappointments. The Devils play the Flames. And then at 10:30, the Ducks play the Sharks and the Panthers play the Kings. Kempton, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get that new sub hype in the chat for Kempton. Welcome to the channel. Thanks so much for being here. Good to have you. It is a big game for sure, Kempton. It's always a big game when the Bruins and Leafs play, but definitely need the Leafs especially need to really pick up some big wins and get their season on track after obviously fans have been very disappointed with how they started their season. They need some big wins like this one to try and shut up the media a little bit, get their season on track, and get things moving in the right direction. Yes, Boston's next game is Monday night against St. Louis, and the Blues have been absolutely miserable. Absolutely miserable to start this season.
You doing a double today?
No. DBO, what's going on? Welcome in. Nope, Swayman, Nomander is not out for the season. Swayman is out week to week. Yes, Austin. Next stream is Tuesday night.
Love these political things.
I cannot wait till they are all gone. Tuesday cannot come fast enough. Blues and Bruins was the 2019 Stanley Cup final. That was not my favorite Stanley Cup final, to say the least. All of them, Scotty. All of them. If I could never see a political commercial ever again, I would sign up for that before I could even fully write out my name. I would sign up for never seeing a political commercial ever again in my life. Thank you, Brendan. Appreciate that. The reason for what, Aries? Lucas, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Good to see you in the chat. Really appreciate it. All right. I'm going to go get another beer real quick, and I'll be right back. We'll get ready for this third period, but I need another beer for this third. Hopefully it's a fun one and a good period of hockey. All right, here we go. Let's get this baby cracked. Oh yeah. Cheers to the third. Let's hope it's a great period and we have some fun. Because the Bruins lost in Game 7 and blew Game 7 on home ice. That's my least favorite finals I've ever seen in my life. Didn't even show up in a Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Absolutely miserable finish to the 2019 Finals for me. 2011, my favorite Finals of all time. 2019, my least favorite.
Why was 2011 your favorite?
Because the Bruins won the Cup.
Oh. Yeah,
The one year that I've actually seen the Bruins win the Stanley Cup, definitely my favorite finals.
My favorite was the one that we watched all at Josh's. I don't remember what one that was.
That was 2019.
That was 2019.
At Josh's?
Nah, it was before I graduated high school. That one. Remember we went with Nate Loro.
Oh, I thought you meant streamed at Josh's, because I did
No.
stream 2019 at Josh's.
Did you?
Yeah. No. That was 2013. That was the Eastern Conference Final against Pittsburgh in 2013.
That's what that was?
Yes. That was spring of 2013. The Bruins went to the finals that year and then lost to Chicago. I don't think we're going to get a Blues-Bruins rematch this year. St. Louis is in danger of not even making the playoffs, to be honest. They're going to have to get their season on track. Yeah, I did not. I did not see 70 and 72. So 2011 was the only time I've seen the Bruins win a cup. Yeah. That 2013 Blackhawks team, I think, is the best post-lockout team that the NHL has seen. That team was so unbelievably good. That was the year that was shortened by the half-season lockout where they only played 48 games and didn't start until January. If that had been a full 82-game season, that Chicago team was on pace for 132 points that year. It was going to be absolutely absurd how good they were, but it was only a 48-game season, and then they were obviously not tired come playoff time. And I mean, that Chicago team, one of the best teams that I have ever watched play hockey. If you look back on that roster, it was insane. Like, so ridiculously good from top to bottom on that 2013 team. 2015's roster was also ridiculously good as well. I mean, Chicago didn't win 3 cups with that group for no reason. I mean, those rosters were loaded. All right, let's how much time we got left here in this break? Oh, only a couple minutes. All right. Canuck fans did not handle the loss well, Rob. That is a bit of maybe even an understatement. They did not handle the loss well in 2011. Anyway, we're getting close to the start of the third here. We'll get back into the action. I want this Peyton Krebs card. I'm winning the bid right now for this Peyton Krebs rookie card.
What's the bid?
I'm gonna up it to 55 as my max bid. It's at 51 right now. Has 9 minutes left.
Ooh.
All right, this should be the last commercial break before the third period begins. Toronto will be on the power play to start the third period. And they'll have most of that power play time carrying over because Clifton's penalty was with 5 seconds left. So you've got almost the full 2 minutes for Toronto to start this third on the man advantage. We'll see if they can extend the lead or if Boston is able to kill it off. And then they got to look for a tying goal at some point over the next 20 minutes. C Nation, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat. New subscriber to the channel. C Nation. Welcome, everybody. Let's give C Nation a warm welcome in the chat. And thank you so much for subscribing. It's awesome to have you here. Capitals have gone up 2-0 over Arizona. Mantha with a goal. All right, here we are now coming back, getting ready to start the third. We'll see. This is a big third period. The first stream I ever did was 2018, El Minton. It was spring of 2018, and I just started doing it on YouTube. Actually, I didn't even really do play-by-play. Like, the first year year of streams was just kind of a chat. I wasn't even really doing like play-by-play. We just kind of chatted during the game. But as the channel got bigger and as I got more into it, I would say like the 2018-2019 season, I started doing a lot more play-by-play, and then after that, it's become, you know, what it is now over the last couple of years. But the first ever stream on this channel was 2018. Hey, thank you, El Minton. Really appreciate that. Glad that you're enjoying. All right, Clifton's back in the penalty box. These teams are lining up at center ice. And it will be Tavares against Nosek in the faceoff dot. Leafs take the faceoff off of the opening draw. They've got plenty of power play time. As it's brought up now and into the offensive end. Played to the corner. Carlo trying to go off the boards. That gets kept in. Looking to work it around. Here's Tavares. He's checked. Bruins behind the net. It's Coyle, but he can't get it out. Played up now. Here's Coyle shorthanded, trying to drive in on Riley. Cuts to the middle. Can't get a shot off. As that's lifted through the middle. Over the red line into the offensive end. Curled back by Matthews to the high slot. Over to Marner. Marner working. Top now. Played in front there. Tavares with a shot and just misses that one wide. Leafs set up here in the offensive zone on the man advantage. Bruins trying to get it out. Finally, Nosek able to send it all the way down. 45 seconds left on the power play. And Eric Källgren is in net now for Toronto. So I don't know what happened to Ilya Samsonov, but he is not in the net for the third period. Källgren is in goal for Toronto here to start the third. That must be an injury situation. As it's taken back now by the Leafs. Final 20 seconds of the power play. Into the offensive zone. Pass across. And that one not able to get a redirection on net. Bunting plays it out high. Knocked down in front. Bruins come back the other way. Here's Mike Riley. Gains the blue line. Fires one into Källgren's glove. And he plays it back to a D-man as Zacha tries to steal. Bruins have killed off the penalty. We're back to 5-on-5. Clifton's out of the box. Still a 2-1 lead for Toronto. Sandin with it behind his own net. He gets tripped down, and that's going to be a penalty. So Toronto's going to go right back to the power play. Brody has it now. It's going to be another tripping call, or a tripping call here against the Bruins. As Nylander carries up ice, curls back at the red line. Boston hasn't touched the puck yet. Toronto's going to go right back to the power play and another chance to extend the lead. Brought up now over the blue line. Move to the middle. Here's Tavares. Back to Nylander. Marner out high. Plays it to the far side. Looking for something across. Hops over Nylander, but he plays it off the boards. Nylander with it now. Over to Marner. Marner down low. Here's Kerfoot. Kerfoot pass into the middle. Marner over to the far side. That one's ripped wide and will clear itself all the way down back to the Toronto end. And sent right back up. Finally, the Bruins are going to touch the puck. Samsonov's out. And Källgren is now in net for the Leafs. As Toronto will go back to the power play here. A long time before Boston actually touched that up and we get the whistle. It's a tripping call against Pavel Zacha. And he just got the stick in the skates there of Rasmus Sandin. Dumb penalty to take if you're the Bruins. And Toronto with another opportunity to extend this lead. Sore knee. Oh boy, that's... You never want to hear goalies and knee injuries, Curtis. But thank you for that update. That's why Källgren is now in the net. And, boy, not what the Leafs wanted was an injury to Samsonov, who's been very strong for them to start this season. So Toronto's trying to set up in the offensive zone, but Bergeron steals that pass. Up now to Coyle into the offensive end. Driving through, shorthanded chance. Carlo just can't get a stick on it. Carlo was on the doorstep looking for the redirection, but he missed the puck. Trying to work it in here. Stolen away. Bruins clear it. And all the way down. Källgren will leave it behind the net. 1:20 still to go on the power play. Back the other way. Here's Riley into the offensive zone. Cycles that one. Leafs come back to the near side for Tavares. Tavares back to the point. Here's Matthews. He sends it over to Riley. To the far side, looking for a cross-ice play. Doesn't open up just yet. They play it below the goal line. Looking to work this one around. 50 seconds to go on the power play. Over to Matthews. It's poked away from him. Nosek gets it out of the zone. Bruins can at least get one penalty killer off. Here comes Toronto up into the offensive zone through neutral ice. Kerfoot over the line. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Speed into the attacking end. Back out Sandin. Plays it over to the far side. Down below the goal line. Back to the half wall, to the corner. And Marchand can't get it out as Yarncrook plays it back. And then it pops out of the zone, and the Leafs will have to regroup. Little misplay there by Sandin at the blue line. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Bruins really need to kill this one off. Brought up, turned back. Here's Kerfoot carrying in as we go back 5-on-5. Zach is out of the box. Bruins kill another one. That one's through the crease. Nobody home. Boston carries. Here's Zach up ice into the offensive zone. Pass to the top of the circle. Far side shot there. Hit the post. Bruins rip one off the post as they get a great opportunity. Leafs come back the other way. Here's Kampf into the offensive end, right into the glove of Ullmark, who leaves it for the D. Boston will take it now as they carry up ice. Through the neutral zone, over the red line, dumped in. Pastrnak going in against Brody. Pastrnak wins the race. Doesn't have much for help right now, though. Through the middle, David Krejci after it. Plays it along the boards. 3 Leafs there, and they eventually come away with the puck. Hosea, what's going on? Welcome in. Mike Riley plays it over to Zaboral. Zaboral chips to the middle. Krejci over the red line into the offensive zone. Bruins on the rush. Shot in there. Glove down by Shalgren. And the loose puck ends up back to Carlo behind the net. Justin Hall behind the net. Can't get it out of the zone. Now Marner will try. We're down to 13.5 to go here in the third. Leafs still holding on to the 2-1 lead. Samsonov left with knee soreness at the intermission, Axie, and it's been Shalgren for the third period. Trying to get it through. Here's DeBrusk up to Coyle. Coyle over the red line. Into the offensive zone. He drives wide. Can't get a shot off as Sandin plays him well defensively. Moved over there. That pass back for Clifton doesn't get through, and the Leafs send it out. Taken back here. 12:45 remaining. Brought up now into the offensive end. Here's Greer on the forecheck. Back out to the neutral zone. Bruins get it back. 12:25 to go. Bruins on the offensive end. On the forecheck, here's Frederick. Down low for Greer. Foligno out there as well. This is a grind line if I've ever seen one. As that's brought out. Good hit there by Frederick, but the Leafs dump it into the Boston zone. Here's Grzelcyk with the outlet pass. Up to Foligno, who will dump it in. Sends that in behind. Played through to Riley. Leafs come back the other way. 12 minutes to go in the third. Trying to send this one through. Dumped in by Simmons. Cross ice, Yarncroke. Ullmark gets out there. Gets it away from him, but here's the Leafs right back in. Simmons with a good shot. And a nice save there by Ullmark. As he grabs that one and covers it, will be an offensive zone face-off for Toronto. They still lead 2-1, 11:42 to go in the third period. As this remains a one-goal hockey game, we head to our first commercial break. First commercial break of this third period. Hey, I got that Peyton Krebs card.
No way.
Let's go. So, we go to our first commercial stoppage of period number 3. Welcome in, everybody. We've got a very close hockey game coming right down to the wire here. Really appreciate everybody watching. Please don't forget, it really means a lot. It helps the channel a ton if you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL on this channel. Fans of all teams, welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. William, what's going on? Welcome in. Awesome to have you here. I mean, only he knows that, David, but I certainly would. But, I mean, maybe he likes not having to play on a in a competitive market. I don't know, man. I certainly would if I were him. But welcome in. Thanks for being here. Wrist Rider, welcome in. Good to have you in the chat. Really appreciate it. Just under 12 minutes to go, Ty. Just under 12 minutes to go. Still a 2-1 hockey game. Very low-scoring affair here, but very tight checking game between the Bruins and Leafs. Goalies have been good as well. As Clifton passes this one to the neutral zone. Bruins up ice. Bergeron dumps it in. Trying to work this one around. There's a chance stolen away by Toronto. Kerfoot carries up. DeBrusk after him. And DeBrusk eventually steals the puck on the back check. Bruins come the other way. Bergeron. Marchand gets knocked down. Brody takes it. And that's going to be interference against the Toronto Maple Leafs. As Marchand never touched the puck. And he got knocked down there by Tavares. So it's John Tavares' second penalty of the night. Bruins with a power play chance here. 11:16 to go in the third. And yeah, Marchand just gets knocked down there and never had the puck. Marchand's the goal scorer for the Bruins, Boston Bruins lover. No, Rask has been retired since last season. Chance out in front. There, Marchand can't get the shot off. Back to the point. Bruins setting up in the offensive zone. Trying to work it around off glass by Pastrnak. Kept in by Lindholm out high. Leafs trying to clear it all the way down, and there they go. Lindholm will carry it back up. Minute and a half to go here on the power play. Over the red line. Into the offensive zone. Bruins, Pastrnak spins it to the middle, but nobody's there. Back out, and that gets by Bergeron. Behind the net, still a minute 10 to go on the Bruins power play. Leafs have almost killed off the first half as that gets set up there. And Pastrnak can't maintain possession. Bruins just don't look good tonight. Like, they've played so much better in other games, and something is not clicking tonight. They look sluggish, and they're not like sustaining any sort of possession. Another one taken away by Toronto. Taken away. Backhanded by David Kampf, and Toronto clears it out of the zone. All the way back, Bruins get a line change. Going to get the second power play unit on the ice. The first one did absolutely nothing. 25 seconds left on the man advantage. Not looking so good right now. Finally dumped in there by Hall. He'll chase. And that's immediately cleared out by Toronto's D. Jesus, I don't know what these guys think that they're doing, but it's not scoring, that's for sure. Brought into the offensive end. Grzelcyk from the corner. Behind the net. Back out over. Far side. Power play's ended. Tavares is out of the box, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Here comes JT up ice. Over the red line into the offensive zone with Engvall. Engvall tries to pass it back, but it's behind him. Grzelcyk now kicks the puck to Greer. Greer loses it to Tavares, and the Bruins steal that pass and send it out. Line changes coming now for both teams. 8:45 to go in the third. Around behind the net, here's Riley. Can't clear now on the second chance the Bruins do. Back the other way into the offensive zone. There's a shot. That gets blocked. Ends up down low. DeBrusk gets absolutely hammered there. And it's going to be another penalty coming up against Toronto. And that's going to be Sandin going to the penalty box. Frederick goes over and says something to him. And DeBrusk, I wonder if he's going to get checked there. He got nailed. It looked like right in the head by Rasmus Sandin. And the Bruins will go right back to the power play. Not that they did anything with their last one, but DeBrusk was definitely a little shaken up there as he got drilled into the end boards by Sandin. It looked like he caught him right in the side of the head. Wow, the Coyotes have come back and tied the game against Washington at 2. Geesh. So we go to a commercial break here, getting down to the final few minutes. I guess not final few minutes. There's still about 8.5 minutes to go here in the third, but we're more than halfway through the third period. Toronto's still with the 2-1 lead. Bruins going to the power play when we get back. They did absolutely nothing with their last power play chance. We'll see what they do with this one. But Leafs looking good on the penalty kill. Cool Banaman, what's going on? Welcome in. Air Taster, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by the chat. Good to have you here. We're getting down to crunch time in this one. Still, Boston looking for a tying goal. Toronto holding on to the lead. 2-1 game in the final 8.5 minutes. Very tight game between the Leafs and the Bruins, as it usually is with these two. Reaper thinks the Bruins will tie it up. I hope so. I'm not getting my hopes up, but I hope so. Sandin's in the box, and that one taken off the draw, back to Lindholm at the point. Here's Marchand down low. Played there. Back to DeBrusk. Here's Marchand in the middle to the corner now. Bergeron to DeBrusk. He's hit. Trying to dig this puck out. Everybody in there. Comes to Pastrnak. Back out to Lindholm. Over now Marchand. Bruins set up in the offensive zone. Lindholm to Pastrnak. He blasts one that gets blocked by Hall. And Lindholm can't keep that one on the line. Leafs clear it out to the neutral zone. Good job there for them. Move to the middle. Here's Pastrnak trying to get through. Puck ends up in the corner, and that's lifted out. Bruins keep it on the blue line in the offensive end. Here's a chance. Pasta through the middle. Nobody except a Leaf able to tip that one to the blue line. Looking to work it around now. Pastrnak to the point. Bergeron out high. Over to Lindholm. Back to Bergeron to Pastrnak, top of the circle. Over to Lindholm. Still 55 seconds of power play time. Marchand. Bergeron shot. That one misses wide. Leafs trying to clear it. It's Marner. He sends it all the way down. Good job there by the Leafs penalty kill. 40 seconds of power play time. Grzelcyk goes back to get it. We've got 7:07 to go here in the third. Trying to bring it up into the offensive zone. Bruins feathered through. Here's Hall. Hit by Giordano. Back out high. Grzelcyk spins away from a checker. Gets it off a skate. Toronto does a good job of knocking it down. Bruins finally come away with it. Here's Zacha. Zacha's got two guys on him, so he cycles it to the near side. Krejci down low. Riley takes down Foligno. Zacha with a hit. Riley takes the puck, but then can't get it out. Here's Krejci. David Krejci across. Trying to get it through. Foligno can't get the shot on goal. Jesus. Foligno again will try and drive in. He spins back. Penalty's over. We're back to 5-on-5. Moved across. Taylor Hall with a blast. Shalgren with a great glove save, and we get a whistle. Oh, boy. So many chances, and the Bruins cannot find the back of the net. Leafs continue to lead 2-1. Ah, boy. Shalgren with a very nice glove save there. 6:20 to go in the third period. Offensive zone draw for the Bruins. 5-on-5 again, though. The power play has ended. And the Leafs win the draw. Trying to get it out is Bunting, but he's checked. Pinched in there. Clifton keeps it in the offensive zone. Bruins trying to work it around. Here's Coyle. Coyle on the far side. He gets hit. Frederick comes across and knocks down Nylander. Up to Frederick now. He gets hit. Nylander pops him one back. Leafs take the puck. Here's Sandin. Brought in now. Taken by Coyle. Moved across. Sharp angle shot. Goes high. Bruins keep it in. Clifton out high. Working this one around. Pass Frederick. Nylander throws it to the middle of the ice. It's taken there by Sandin, and we're down to 5:25 to go in the third period. Toronto still holding on to the 1-goal lead as they carry it up. Out of their zone. Pass through neutral ice. Dumped into the offensive end by Yarncrook. Played now by Engvall. Bruins move it up the boards, though, past him. And they're out coming the other way. Here's Carlo. He'll dump it in. Sent to the corner. First on it is Pastrnak. He comes in with a hit. Trying to work this one around. Everybody digging for it down in the corner. Clock keeps ticking. 4:55 to go. We're into the final 5 minutes as Bergeron plays it. Down low for Pastrnak. He's hit by Hall. And it's taken now by Brody. Out of the zone. Leafs clear. Moved across now. Carlo over the red line. Takes the hit to dump it in. Bruins trying to get it on the forecheck. Working this one around. Move to the middle. DeBrusk goes off a skate. Lindholm pinching. On the other side now it's Aston Reese. He clears it out to the neutral zone. DeBrusk knocks it down and plays it back to Clifton. Bruins pass up through neutral ice. Over the red line. Dumped into the offensive end. Trying to get back going again. 4:09 to go here in the third. Leafs holding on to the 1-goal lead. Hall sends it back to the point. Can't keep it in. Lindholm being chased. Gets it up back, though, to the red line. And Leafs trying to get it now in their own end as they're regrouping. Played across. Up, stolen away there by Matthews. Matthews has both goals for Toronto in this game. Move to the middle. Shot on the backhand from Marner. That one gets deflected wide. Krejci takes the puck now for Boston. Gets it to the red line, but then loses it to Marner as he was back-checked. Isaiah, what's going on? Connor, welcome in. Good to see you guys in the chat. Thanks for being here. Here comes Krejci. Krejci's been quiet tonight. His first game back from injury. He's definitely been a little quiet as far as not getting much going offensively. All three Bruins now in the corner trying to dig this puck out back to the point. Long shot there from Carlo goes wide. Sharp angle shot there. Shalgren makes a save. Loose puck. Leafs get to it. And they clear it out of the zone all the way down. Bruins have to get it back in their end. 2:50 now remaining in the third. Now it's definitely crunch time for the Bruins. That clock is ticking and ticking fast. Marchand trying to steal one away. Dennis, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Forecheck for Boston. Zaboro pinches to keep it in the zone. Moves it to the middle. Pastrnak fires one from the point. Gets blocked by Nylander. Pasta tries again. Another one. That's blocked and cleared out by Toronto all the way down. No icing as Zaboro goes back to get it. Bruins trying to carry up ice. Up into the attacking end. They're onside. That was close around the net. Chance in front. Just can't get a stick on it. Another opportunity. Moved in there. Shalgren with the save. Good stop. Under 2 minutes now to go in the third. Moved across. Red line and dumped in. And Omark's just going to grab that with the glove. We'll get a whistle. And that is going to be an offensive zone face-off coming up now for Toronto. 1:49 to go in the third, and the Bruins are running out of time for this tying goal. getting down. It's definitely desperation time here for the Bruins offensively. They need to get something going if they're going to tie this game up. If not, the Leafs are looking at a huge win on home ice if they're able to hold this lead. Prince of Pop, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. That one gets one back by the Bruins. Trying to carry this one up. Grizzlet curls back. Got to imagine Boston's going to be pulling the goalie soon here. Played by the Bruins over the red line. They'll dump it into the offensive zone. Hall sends it deep. The Leafs send it right back out. Ullmark is still in the net. 1:20 to go in the third. The Bruins carry up through the neutral zone. Ullmark comes to the bench for the extra attacker. Empty net for the Bruins. Trying to get something going here in the attacking zone. It's Marchand down low in front. Hall just sends that one wide of the post. Back over now. Marchand with it. Bruins have all the superstars on the ice. Moved through there. Trying to get it through. Hall, Bergeron, Marchand, Pastrnak. Everybody's out there for the Bruins. Trying to do everything they can to get a goal here. At least force overtime. So we get a long shot. That's blocked. 40 seconds to go. With it out high. There's Pastrnak. Plays it to the far circle. There's a shot in there. That one deflects wide off glass. Kept in. Sent deep. Hall down low. He's pressured by a couple of Leafs. Trying to work this one through. 25 seconds to go. Bruins are running out of time. Riley with a shot. That one just deflects wide. Yarncrook gets it. Taken now by Hall. Bruins 15 seconds to go. Out in front. Can't get the shot off. Second chance. Dropped in front through the legs of Marchand. He can't get a shot off. Over now, far side Pastrnak. His shot gets blocked. Second chance, knocked down by Kampf. Leafs are going to clear it out, and Toronto wins 2-1 as this one goes final. And the Leafs hang on for the final minute and don't allow another goal. A fantastic defensive performance tonight for the Leafs, and they take this game 2-1 as this one goes final. A very, very low-scoring affair tonight. And Toronto holds on for another big win on home ice. And just like that, they beat the Flyers on Wednesday. They beat the Bruins tonight. And all of a sudden, Toronto's got some things going in their favor. Looking a hell of a lot better than they did on their road trip, now playing back at home. And that is the end of this one. So, congratulations to the Maple Leafs. GG's, boys. Very close, hard-fought game all the way to the end. But at the end of the day, Toronto's able to hang on and win this one 2-1. Hockey legend, what's going on? Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. That is going to be the end of the night for me as this one is over. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Really appreciate it. I would say so, Aries. Yeah, I think this is Toronto's best win of the season for sure. That is going to bring us to the end of this one. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please don't forget before you go, it would really mean a lot if you can hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everyone can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. Real close game tonight. GG's to the Leafs. Good performance for them. They did a really good job defensively and limiting the Bruins offense, and they get a hard-fought win here at home. So, thank you guys again so much. And next stream will be Tuesday night. Montreal Canadiens, Detroit Red Wings Tuesday. And then I've got a bunch more games coming next week that I will be posting on the community tab tomorrow morning. So if you guys want to see the full schedule for the week, check out the community tab tomorrow morning. Really appreciate everybody watching tonight. It was a fun stream. It was a good night. And appreciate all the support. Have a great night, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll be talking to you all very, very soon. See you guys next time.